So hi guys, Ready Made here. Today we are going to be cutting a sleeveless t-shirt. What we are going to be needing for this t-shirt is length, chest or bust, depending on whether you're a guy or a girl, shoulder measurement. I think that's it. You just need your shoulder, your length, and your chest measurement. Okay, I think shoulder to chest measurement. Your shoulder to chest measurement. Yeah. Those are the 4 measurements that I'm going to be using. If there's any other one, I'm going to add it right now. These are the 4 I can think of. So for my shirt length, I'm going to be using 28. For my chest measurement, I wear a large, so I'm going to be using 46. For my shoulder measurement, I'm going to be using 20 because I want it to drop. It's a sleeveless shirt, so I want it to drop a little bit on the arm. So I'm going to be using 20. And for my shoulder to chest, we're going to be using 10. 10 is basically your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to show you how I impute that in. So my length is 28 inches plus allowance. We always add allowance to our measurements. Plus allowance, that's I'm adding 1.5 for my joining and folding allowance. That's 29.5 for my shirt length. My chest measurement is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. Plus 1 inch allowance for shaping, that's 12.5. For my shoulder divided by 2 is 10, plus 0.5 inch joining allowance, that is 10.5. So for my shoulder to chest measurement is 10 plus joining allowance, which is for the shoulder, which is 0.5. That's half inch, 10.52. So basically, whatever you use for your shoulder, that's what you're going to use for your shoulder to chest measurement. Let's get into it. So as usual, like I like to do, I'm going to be cutting my front and my back piece together. We're going to start with our shoulder measurement, which is 10.5. This tape is bad. So our shoulder measurement is 10.5, and we're going to take that. So we're going to be slanting the shoulders by 1.5 inches. And you slant it. So there we have our shoulder slope. And we're going to come down from this slope for our chest, which is 10.5. And you extend that line. So we have our chest line, and for the length of the shirt, we're going to take our shirt length, and that's 29.5. So we have our chest line, our shoulder line, and our hemline. Next up, we're going to need our armhole, because if I use this 10.5, if I was sewing this for a guy, I was going to use this here, this 10.5 as the armhole line. This is where I'm going to cut my armhole from. But since I'm a girl, if I cut from there, my boobs are going to be peeping out from the side, because it comes down all the way down to my boobs line. So I'm not going to be using this 10.5 for my armhole measurement. But if you're sewing this for a guy, this is where you're going to curve your armhole from the chest. Or if you're adding a sleeve to this, you're going to curve your armhole for the chest. But since I'm not doing that, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch armhole line. So you're going to connect your shoulder slope to the armhole line. And connect. So there we have our armhole line. Then on your chest line, you're going to take out your chest measurement or your chest or bust line, and that is 12.5. Mark that out. Okay, there'll be a slight curve here. You can just take normally I don't do this, but I'm going to be coming in by ½ inch in the midpoint here, just a little bit. I'll just come in a little bit here by ½ inch, so it will not be just straight down. But usually if I'm sewing my t-shirt, I just like it to be straight down. This is optional. This is very, very optional. It comes on the waistline. I just assumed this to be the waistline because I did not add the waistline to this video, because usually I don't need it when I'm drafting a t-shirt. So just come down by ½ inch and curve this a little bit and connect it back to the hemline. That's it, just a little bit. And you take your armhole curve. Take my armhole curve and just curve from my armhole line. Just curved out my armhole there, and I'm going to connect this to my chest measurement. So this is for the front. For the back, you're going to still use this line. The front went in a little bit, but the back is not going to go in. The back is going to come out. So we're curving this into normal line for the back. This for the front and the other for the back. See, this line is for the front and this is for the back. So moving on to our neckline. Forgot to take neck measurement on my measurement calculation. I'm using 16 for my neckline. So I'm going to go in for the wideness of the neck. I'm going to use 3 inches for the front. I'm going to go in by 3 inches. Mark that out. And I'm going to be coming down for the front piece by 4 inches. Length 4 inches, wideness 3 inches. I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches and mark that out. You don't want to make the neck too wide rather, else your t-shirt neck is going to be a bit slacky. So and for the back neckline, I'm going to be coming down by 1. For the back neckline, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. Remember, I came down by 4 for the front and 1 for the back, and we're cutting both front and back together. So you're just going to give this a slight curve and also curve the front. I'm just going to use my armhole curve to accurately get my front curve. So that's the curve for the back, and that's the curve for the front, and this is the armhole for the front, and this armhole for the back. So what we're going to do is to cut this out. So like I said in my previous video, you're cutting out your back first. Whenever you're cutting your front and your back piece together, always make sure to cut out your back piece first. Don't forget, make sure you cut out the back piece first. And you cut out the back neckline first before you cut out the front. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So I'm just going to make one alteration here. Instead of coming down by 1 inch at the back neckline, I'm going to come down by half and not 1. So I'm going to take this up a bit. I'll come down by half. And not 1, because I actually want my neckline to be 16, and if I come down by 1, that kind of make it a little bit bigger than I intended in the first place. So that's just the only alteration I made. Scratch this line. This is our back neckline. So cut this out, and we have our back piece out. So you're going to take out one piece of this. Take it out. And that's our back piece. And then this is our front piece. So now you can cut out the neckline of the front. Okay, and don't forget to notch the midpoint. Do the same for the back neckline. Notch the midpoints. So that's it for the cutting. This is a sleeveless t-shirt, so we're not going to be cutting sleeves. I'm going to show you guys how I finish the armhole to give it a neat out look in the next video. Oh, and I forgot, for the front, also cut out the armhole. The front armhole, you know, it's supposed to go in. Cut that out. So that's our front, and this is our back piece. This is our back piece, and this is our front piece, and we're going to be joining this in the next video, and I'm going to show you how we cut and attach the neckband in our next video. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click on the subscribe button, like and comment to see more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.